Base resonator here. I've got a bunch of rocks. Some of these have really sharp edges and I need to tumble them. So I've got the tumbler, but the problem is, I've got another tumbler. I don't know if you can hear it in the other room. It's, but I couldn't, this is, it'll hold 3 pounds of stones. Well, that's more than what I have here. I mean, this amount of stones is more than what'll fit in here because you're supposed to fill it about half full. Well, that's more than that. Plus, I got bags of rocks that my wife brought from Lake Michigan when she went up. And some of them are like this. They're really smooth, so I don't need to polish them I don't need to tumble them. Just need to polish them a little bit, and they'll look fine in resin. And maybe some of these over here will too. However, these chunky ones need some help. So I've got one. The other tumbler has gemstones that are in the rough, and then these are like, I think that's a gemstone there, but I'm not sure exactly what kind it is. That looks like citrine there. That looks like rosy quartz. There's another quartz here. So we've got all kinds of really cool stuff. However, I don't have enough room for them all. Problem with this was my son's tumbler from years ago. It's just been sitting in the garage. It's in great condition, except there is no retainer ring. If I put stuff in there, that lid's gonna pop off and we'll have a major mess. So, got to get a retainer ring for that, and then we'll get started with this. But soon I'm gonna have a bunch of polished stones to be putting into resin. Yeah. Just call me Rocky now. Actually, that was one of my nicknames. Pete from back in high school used to call me Rock because I hit like a rock in football. But I'm not going to hit like a rock. I'm just going to play with these rocks here and get them nice and pretty. Okay, we'll see ya. Okay, remember those rocks I put in the tumbler? This is rinsing off the grit. This is, oh, there's a pretty one there. There's some real pretty ones. Now these are supposed to be gemstones. They came with the kit. I have this water a little bit too hard, but I can see some lapis lazuli. Oh, look at there. Tiger eye. Wow. This, I think, is an obsidian. It looks like a little piece of the obsidian broke off. Lapis lazuli 1. Lapis lazuli 2. Boy, those are really pretty. That's either lapis lazuli or the blue agate. Same thing with that one. Just got a stripe. Something to go through it. Oh. That is amethyst. Another tiger eye. Cool. Oh, and a little piece broke off of the tiger eye. Woohoo! Another one. That's a pretty stone. I don't know what that is. Look at this. Pretty. Greens and reds and blues and leopard rock. Look at that. Another chunk of amethyst. Wow. So cool. Okay, well that's level 1. So it took those shards and rounded them off. So now we have to go to the next level. There's 4 levels, and then there will be 2 levels of polishing. So 2 levels of grinding off, and then 2 levels of polishing. So that's round 1. Just thought you'd like to see it. Woohoo! Okay, I have finished round 2 with the gemstones, and these are stones from Lake Michigan. However, I'm using the same grit as the gemstones, and then I'm gonna polish these to their level, and we'll go rinse those off in just a little bit. But I want to use the same grit and everything so as not to waste it and get twice as much use out of it. So I'll put these in there and let them polish up for 6 days, and then I'll completely rinse this out and put in round 3 of grit with the gemstones, which we're gonna go see shortly. But let me get these into here, and then we'll go check out those gemstones. This should be exciting. Wow. Get that grit rinsed off. Look at those. Man. And that's the way they will look in resin. Now when they dry out, they're not going to look that good. They still won't have very much of a shine. But let me just get all that stuff rinsed off of here. That sort of looks like citrine. Sort of. Tiger eye, beautiful. There's another tiger eye in here. Oh man. Onyx, lapis lazuli. Oh, that's garnet. Look at that one. Wow, it's like a bloodstone or something. I'm really not sure what this one is. It's pretty. Some type of agate. Oh, look at that. It's got a little bit of blue to it. Man, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Cool. Look at that. Lapis lazuli, and with its surrounding stone that it was cut out of. That's really pretty. Oh man. Look at that. Not sure. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the continuation. We'll see you when I pull these out of grit number 3, which is polisher number 1. And there's 2 polish levels. Okay. This is the gemstones. After round 3, there's one more round of grit. Wow, there's some color there, huh? Look at those tiger eyes. And lapis lazuli. And leopard. And some different types of agate and stuff in there. Those are pretty. Now this is what it looks like. When they dry out, they're not going to be quite this pretty. However, after the last round, they will be polished. Look at that. Wow. Look at this. Goodness. And then putting them in resin. Amethyst. Look at that.
Some blue agate, and then there's lapis lazuli. Goodness. Very pretty stones in here. Yep. And this is just the stuff that came in the kit. So, cool. I will put all these videos together after each round and make one long video, but just so you can see what we're doing in between. Oh man, look at that. Patterns in this. Pretty. Wow. Cool. That's just a very pale blue. You can see it up against that white. With my blue gloves, you couldn't see it very well. But okay, we'll see you after round 4.
Well, this is the final day of the final grit. Some of these have a little bit of that powder still left on them. Man alive. There. Look at that. Try and get that stuff off of them. Look at that one that's red and green on there. Oh man. How pretty is that, huh? Look at that tiger eye. Wow. Woo. Okay, I will take these inside. Didn't want to do all of this nasty stuff in the sink inside and get that sludge down in the pipes. No, 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 no. But now that I've got them rinsed off, I can take this in and give you a better look. Well, this was a fun experience. Yeah. Okay, let's go inside. Look at these. I'm not sure exactly what this one is, but it's got a greenish, yellowish tint to it. A jasper up there. I'm not sure what that red. My mom would have called that bloodstone. I don't know what that is. That little one there and that were all one stone and it broke apart. Lapis lazuli, tiger eye. It looks like some more lapis lazuli. I was thinking it might be amethyst, but no. It goes down here on this side. There we are. Amethyst up there. Wow. This was a lot of fun. Now some of them I had to take out because they broke apart and went really small. Like that one right there broke. But yeah. Very cool. These are going to look really amazing in resin. We'll see ya.